What's going on, everybody? It's Steve here with a retroactive look at Week 1 against Lackey. We already played. I couldn't get Streamlabs working in time, and I didn't want to delay the game. I was quite frustrated at this because I have not had problems up until this point. And I just figured it out. Turns out if I open it first thing upon booting my computer, it is fine. If I run it as administrator, I can also disable hardware acceleration, and that appears to solve some of the problems. So I have the content, I am going to talk about the set. It was interesting. First of all, the team, we've got King Kunta, the King Gambit. This was primarily here to stop or deter Intimidate from the Overquill if they wanted to bring it. But Dark, Steel hit most of the team. One of those two will hit most of the team. And then Stone Edge was there to hit Iron Jugular, super effective. Just max attack and max HP, nothing special. High Voltage. Oh, King Kunta is a Kendrick Lamar song. High Voltage is a Linkin Park remix song featuring Pharaoh Monch, a very good underground rapper. I don't know if he's still considered underground or not, but yes, very good rapper. They also got Black Thought on that album. Linkin Park did some cool stuff with their second album. Anyway, this was Choice Scarf to be faster than Booster Energy Iron Jugulus with Thunder Wave so that I could then paralyze it and destroy it with We'll Get There. The Choice Band Tauros. Volt Absorb for the two electric types. U-turn to pivot if I wanted to get up Trick Room instead, and then Thunderbolt Terrablast. Terrablast was there for the Raichu. Sound effects and overdramatics. The Gotharita. I think Gotharita. I think Goth. I think Emo. And what's more emo than The Used? This is my favorite song off of In Love and Death was the album, I believe. Those albums don't hold up very well if you don't keep listening to emo music. Anyway, Trick Room, Helping Hand, Thunderbolt, and Foul Play. Wish I had Psychic over Thunderbolt, but the idea was to set up Trick Room and then Helping Hand, or, Helping Hand the Tauros. Frisk to see the items, because I really thought their items were going to matter a lot in this match, and they did, kinda, just not the ones I thought. Bulls on Parade, Rage Against the Machine. Obviously, great song. Terra Dragon is just a very good Terra type. If I'm a water type, gets rid of the electric and the grass weaknesses, gets rid of a flying weakness, gets rid of the psychic weakness. All in all, a decent Terra. Choice Band Wave Crash. We talked about it in the Olds review. This team has a single water resist, and it's Floatzel. Floatzel dies to a Choice Band of Water Wave Crash anyway. Aqua Jet to pick things off if Farigiraf is dead. And then Close Combat. Also, I don't think has any resists on the team other than Raichu. And Outrage has no resists at all. The Spadef, I believe, gave me a good chance to live an Air Slash if I wasn't Terra'd. We have Keeper of the Flame. This is a Sienna Root song. Kind of like a soul jazz band. Very good song. I don't know why it showed up on my Spotify, but I dig it. Terra Steel, it's good against the flying attacks that Jugulus would be throwing out against it. And the main idea was to Rage Powder away Mousehold Population Bomb and take it out with Rocky Helmet. The defensive investment guarantees it lives 6 hits from Population Bomb without terraing. 6 hits being enough to make sure that Mousehold dies to Rocky Helmet. There might be some rounding errors there with HP, but there's nothing I can control about that. Realistically, I was only ever clicking those 3 moves. Sleep Powder, he had 1 bug resist, and it was Riolu, I think. So most of the time, I'd just be clicking Bug Buzz or Rage Powder anyway. Figure if I can get a Sleep Powder off and it wins me the game, why not? The special attack was enough to OHKO for Rigorath with a helping hand. And then No One Knows, Queens of the Stone Age, Terra Water, Choice Specs, Probopass with Sturdy. Again, no rock resists other than Riolu on the team. No ground resists other than Jugulis on the team. And then Steel Beam just does a ton of damage, and Flash Cannon, because why not? Terra Water gets away from the water weakness. That was the team. Here's a big picture. And let's get into the game. So game 1, I see no Jugulis and no Mousehold, and I am immediately thrown off. But I figure I'm going to go with my plan, get Trick Room up with Venomoth and Gothorita. This is game 1, right? We didn't label the games. Yes. I frisk, I immediately see the Choice Band, and I am not worried at all about trying to get Trick Room up. I figure a Psychic's coming in here, and an Electric move's coming in there, so I Terra Steel, tank the Psychic, get the Bug Buzz off, brings him down to Sash, which I knew was there, and figure he's banded, he's probably max attack, let's get a foul play off. I do reveal surely that I'm max HP, max defense here, because I took 50% from banded Wild Charge in electric terrain. But foul play plus the recoil, he's already down to 50. Notably, that only did 24% the Psychic, so there is a chance, based off this calc, that I would live a Psychic. And one thing I did not do during this set was calc. I was, kind of miffed about Streamlabs screwing up on me. But let's pull that up right now for posterity. So, it is in his favor if he's modest, and if they're timid, it's in my favor. So if I'm Terrid, it did 24. This doesn't give me any more information. Could have been a min roll at modest, could have been a mid roll at timid. So I didn't want to bank anything on that anyway, so I don't think the fact that I didn't calc mattered. But protect on what I assume is a Thunderbolt, but he launched Thunder, and I use that turn to do foul play and take out the Raichu. As Gothorita goes down, but importantly, I've got Rocky Helmet here, I can Rage Powder that away. I don't think Fergaraf can take that out, and even if he can, Taurus is about to go first, and this is a huge OHKO. And then, Venomoth also goes down, but with the recoil and the Rocky Helmet, so does Pincurchin. I chalk that up to Venomoth. And we bring in the Probopass, and another huge one-hit KO from the Bull. And this is what we talked in the Olds review. If you go first, the weaknesses of this team will really start to show. I can just spam Banded Wave Crash into this team, and I killed 2 Mons that don't resist it, and honestly, Fergaraf is quite bulky. So, game 1 went great. Game 2, I really didn't think he would lead the same, so I switched it up. I don't really remember what I thought he would lead, but I believe I went Probopass with Venomoth. Yeah, my idea was to just Rage Powder and start clicking buttons, but it's a great protect right off the bat, and then Wild Charge does get the KO onto the Venomoth, and I'm actually curious about that. Let's look that up. Pincurchin. I thought he would be Terrain Extender, that's funny. And Special. Adamant, 252. Yeah, I thought he would be Special because, yeah, not even close. That's actually a guaranteed KO. Exactly on the edge, so this was probably a greedy play for me. Like, protect there would have been great, but now I'm way behind. I basically have to tear out, and yeah, he gets me on the switch in with the Aqua Jet. Very cool little tech there with the skill swap. Probably should have just stayed in and attacked. Don't remember what I get with the crit. Might hurt a little bit, but I don't really remember. No, it didn't matter because this Overquill, as we learned in Game 3, gets it anyway. Terra Blast Fighting gets me off guard. Oko's the Probo Pass. And the Crunch gets... Yeah, it does 50% in the second game. And then we do learn here, and this will be important in Game 3, Overquill is faster than the Tauros, because this was a very slow Tauros. Because I was only speed creeping it to outspeed paralyzed Iron Jugulus with booster energy. So Game 3, I stay the course, except this time I lead Tauros, the idea being that I could just immediately start clicking Wave Crash. And just taking things out. Remember Game 1, Oko'd that, Oko'd Bear Ticket, probably Oko's Overquill, who is not Intimidate. And we catch the Farigiraf and not the Pincurchin here. And I don't know if this is just a masterful call-out, but he goes for Psychic right away, which only does 47%, so once again, we go to that calc. It was Psychic, I was Terra, Dragon, and actually, do I even have the right set? Where we got? There it is. 156.68. Yeah. Yes, so it did. It did 47%. So that's either minimum roll on Modest or middle of the road roll on Timid. So Modest. So that would be 75. So we got 2 possible rolls, or 2 possible rolls. So like a complete crapshoot. There's no way for me to know what this was. However, this play didn't cover for Terra Steel Rage Powder at all, and if I had just done that and started wave crashing this slot, I would have been in an amazing position. Honestly, this decision kills me. As such, I don't think that crit mattered. But Pincurchin goes down. I'm in a bad spot. I gotta switch. We do see the Expert Belt on the Overquill this time. And we get the Protect on the Overquill. And this is why I thought the previous game, where we learned Overquill was faster, yeah, let's skip to the end. Okay, so in that position, where I have Tauros at 23%, plus Venomoth, and I've used my Terra. He's got a free Psychic. He knows I'm not Sash, because he already one-hit KO'd me with Wild Charge. And he's got a free Crunch into there. I have no reason to believe he would not do something like that, or even Psychic into that slot to get the KO. No, he couldn't do that. Yeah, so Psychic there, Crunch there. So I do a double switch, trying to sacrifice this, but he just protects, gets a Psychic, breaks Sturdy, total disaster, risks it with the Thunder, but he hits, and then there's a 50% KO that I was talking about. We do get the KO on the Overquill, but at this point I am too far behind. I think I should probably just protect, yeah, and sack the Probo Pass is my best move. Maybe would misplay and attack the... Actually, knowing that it was a roll, I probably should have Rage Powdered there. No, because then he gets brought down to Sash, so it didn't matter. Well, this game, much like I said in the olds, if you get turn 1 wrong, you get turn 1 wrong against this team, and you are very far behind. I did not respect Raichu nearly enough, and there it is, standing with an intact Focus Sash. But this Protect here is so risky, because if I had not switched this out, I get the Bug Buzz here. Gothorita is in... no, I'm incorrect. No, he did the right, yeah. Did the right Psychic, yeah. Yep. I thought his targeting was the other way around, but I am big dumb. Well played to Lackey. That is week 1 in the books. Sadly, our big nose did not take all the KOs that we wanted it to, and a very bad turn 1 play leading to the demise. Oh, Terra Steel, please. No. Right, because if I Terra Steel, Wave Crash, that dies. This goes down to 76. Overquill probably protects. I'm assuming it was a mistake that he did not notice the Overquill was faster. So I Rage Powder again, go after the Raichu, break the Sash. And then Rage Powder the following turn, depending on if Thunder hit or not. And let's do that calc, actually. Surely that KOs 76% in electric terrain. Well, I mean, it probably KO'd. That would have given me a good knowledge. If he was timid, it was not guaranteed. Yeah, lots of improvement to be made on my part. Good game to Lackey. And we will... Oh, I just realized because this was a replay, this was way off. Oh well. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time, hopefully with a live commentary instead. Peace.